Yes, Sophie, you get to be in yet another video. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I am going to be sharing with you my 3 to 6 month old baby must-haves. A few months ago I shared with you my newborn must-haves. If you missed that video, it is linked in the description box for you guys. And just like that video, I am going to be sharing with you the things for my baby that I swear by, and this time it's for ages 3 to 6 months. Before we hop into it, I just want to welcome you if you are new here. My name is Natalie and I make lifestyle and mommy videos over here on this channel every Wednesday and Friday, and I would love it if you would subscribe and turn channel notifications on so that you don't miss when I post a new video. Let's talk about the 3 to 6 month old baby and that stage in a baby's life. It goes without saying that every baby is a little bit different, and of course if you have any concerns about your baby's development or questions in general about your health or your baby's health, then definitely talk to your doctor about that. But in general, by about 3 months old, babies are able to hold their heads up, turn it independently, they're grabbing at things, reaching for things, they're interested in the world around them, not just in what's right in front of their face. And so they are going to start developing fine motor skills, they're going to start developing their strength in their upper and lower body, they're gonna maybe start trying to crawl. Just like in my newborn must-haves video, this list is really practical and it's a smaller list than what you may see other mommies here on YouTube talk about. That's because I'm just someone who likes to keep things pretty minimal in my home, and as a mom of 3, I have really over the past several years come to put together just a small list of things. So the first thing here on my list, number one thing that I love for babies, I talked about this in my teething must-haves video. You'll see a couple of repeat things here. That's because teething sometimes starts around 3 months old. But Sophie the giraffe once again is making an appearance because I swear by this little rubber toy. Aside from the fact that she's great to chew on and she squeaks, she makes noise, she's also really cute. And it's so funny because whenever I put this in front of my baby's face, and I'll insert a clip of it here, my baby, Haley, who is now 6 months old, she smiles at this thing like it's her best friend. It helps satisfy the chewing needs. It also is something really great to hold on to. There's all these different little appendages that babies can get their fingers around and hold on to, and then there's also the reward of grabbing it because it squeaks and that's interesting, and then, you know, it goes without saying that it's a great chew toy as well. And then something like that is another favorite of mine, which is the O-ball. I've actually seen people give these to their pets. I don't know if it's safe for pets or not, but this has, I think, 30 different little circles in here that babies, it's really easy for them to just really grab onto. And again, it's satisfying to them. Babies reach out for stuff all the time, but they don't always get a hold of it. And I feel like it gives them the satisfaction of reaching out and getting a hold of something, and then it shakes, and so it's rewarding in that way. My boys, they're 3 years old and they still love throwing these things around. They're very soft and collapsible and squishy, and so they're not really going to damage anything, and that is definitely a plus in a house with twin 3-year-old boys in it. But this is definitely right up there on my list of favorite things for babies. I am going to share with you really quickly something that is a regret of mine. I always like watching videos where people list their must-haves and their regrets because it tells me kind of what to stay away from if I'm like that mom that I'm viewing. And something that I really don't think is very practical, something they outgrow really quickly, and something that just kind of doesn't work for my babies is a play mat. I've been tempted both times, when my twins were really little and when this baby was really little, to get a cute play mat that plays songs and has little things for them to like bat at, things that dangle. But here are my problems with it. Or I should say, here are the problems my babies have had with it. First of all, this playmat is really small. It doesn't matter if you get like a big square one or if you get one of those skinnier rectangle ones. It's way smaller than what a rolling baby really wants to be in. My babies always ended up trampling it basically and rolling themselves up into it and getting all tangled up. They get frustrated, and ultimately I would have to stop what I was doing and go get back down on the ground, straighten everything out, put it all back together, and it was just frustrating. Another thing is the whole dangle toys. They would try to grab at them, but because they couldn't bring it all the way to their face and get the satisfaction of, you know, playing with something or chewing on something, they would get really, really frustrated. These play mats, even if you get them secondhand, they can be pretty expensive, and I think they are a waste of money. But something like a play mat, like if you like the sounds and if you like the lights and music and all of that, then this has been something that we have loved for all of our kids. This little Fisher-Price, I don't even know what it's called. If I can find it, I will link it for you guys. In fact, I'm going to try to link everything here that I can find. But this actually was my boys, and they passed it on to their little sister now. This has been the #1 toy in our family. My boys still enjoy playing with this, but #1 toy is this little Fisher-Price light up puppy piano. I'm not going to press play right now because my kiddos are sleeping and it might just wake them up because they love this thing so much. It's like they have a special ear for this toy. This little toy plays music. It teaches Spanish. It teaches ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. It lights up. There's special cute little songs. Weston and I, of course, have memorized all of the songs of this toy. Do you ever do that as parents? You start memorizing the songs that the toys play, and then it's like you wake up at 2 in the morning with a song from a toy stuck in your head. But these songs are cute, and they're not annoying to me. It's portable. It goes with us everywhere. This thing has literally been everywhere with us. I packed this with me when I went to Colorado when I took baby with me. Pediatricians recommend starting tummy time from the get-go. It helps strengthen their back muscles. It helps strengthen their core, their neck, and their ability to move around, their upper body strength. It is so beneficial for a baby to have tummy time. And I think a toy like this, especially this specific toy, does such a good job at keeping them entertained and keeping them stimulated in such a way that they're learning and they're growing their little skills at grabbing things and touching things. And then there's the reward of the lights and the music. One thing I will say is that we try to put this toy away right before nap time, right before bedtime, because the lights and the sounds can be overstimulating. But during normal playtime during the day, my babies have loved this. Something that I have found my babies to love, especially Haley, is black and white. And this is definitely something that can be introduced from day one, but from 3 to 6 months old, I have seen her really enjoy things that are black and white. And first of all, this little book, I brought this along with me to Colorado as well. This was one of the only things that calmed her down. We were in the middle of the Denver airport, and she was starting to freak out, and we literally just set this little book in front of her in her car seat while we were waiting to go through security, and she literally was just mesmerized. She just paused and her eyes went wide and she started smiling at the different pictures. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know the science behind why black and white helps babies and why they enjoy it so much, but this little black and white book has been just something that my babies have really loved. And then I featured this in my teething must-haves video. This is baby paper. It is black and white striped. It comes in many different patterns, but we chose the black and white stripes because Haley loves black and white. Babies love playing with things that are visually stimulating as well as stimulate them in the audio department, and crunchy baby paper is really fun too. Just a couple more things for this list. Something that I love that I think is really practical is a bumbo seat. Now I bought this one used, and I do know that the ones with the straps on them, ones with the trays, are considered to be more safe, but this is never on a high area like a high kitchen counter or a table or anything. And of course, babies should never be left unsupervised whether they have straps or a tray or not. But I really enjoyed having my babies in a bumbo seat when I want to just quickly prop them up for something, and I have seen their ability to sit and look around and be upright improved after having them in the bumbo only a short time during the day. I never leave them in this for long periods of time. I know that it can affect their hip health, and so I definitely don't want to be, harming them in that way. And so I definitely try to keep the amount of time, like make sure that it's not long periods of time that they're sitting in the bumbo seat. But it's been really convenient. If I'm editing a video, I will have the baby next to me in a chair, sitting in the bumbo, looking at what I am doing. When you start to introduce solid foods, sometimes it's a more comfortable setting to sit on your kitchen floor or in your living room and feed the baby. And so having something this portable actually is really, really good. We haven't started solid foods with our 6-month-old yet, but when we started solid foods with the twin boys, they were a little bit younger than 6 months old, and so we had them sitting in their bumbo seats, and it was great. I definitely love the bumbo, and I do recommend it as long as you are following the safety guidelines and getting the version of it that is not recalled, that is safest for your baby. And then the last thing on my list here is something that I have featured in a monthly favorites video actually, and you may have seen it on my baby during one of my sleep series videos, but this is the Halo Sleep Sack, and I have a few of these. This one is the really light pink one. It's got this really silky little trim on it, and in my last video I talked about how I enjoy using swaddles for my babies, but the American Academy of Pediatrics suggests that it is unsafe for babies to wear swaddles beyond 8 weeks old because they may be able to roll over at that time. And so I noticed that Haley was able to roll over around that time, and I switched her from a traditional muslin swaddle to a sleep sack to keep her warm. The American Academy of Pediatrics also has in their safe sleep guidelines the rule to not have your baby go to sleep with anything but themselves in their bed. And so that means no blankets. A light cotton sleeper that is close fitting to the baby is okay according to their guidelines, but it is getting chillier outside and she's no longer able to be swaddled safely, so using a sleep sack has been something that we have been loving for her. And then this is by Halo, and so these are actually approved by the American Academy of Pediatrics. I've learned a lot about safe sleep over the past year, preparing for this baby and always trying to stay up on the new guidelines that come out and new research that has been done. So I will actually link the American Academy of Pediatrics, the link to their safe sleep guidelines, in case you guys are interested in that, and if you haven't seen it before, it's always good to have a little refresher. But with that, I think that wraps up this video of things that I love for the 3 to 6 month stage for babies. I would love to hear in the comments what your favorites for this stage are. If you have had a baby in the 3 to 6 month stage, is there something that you absolutely swear by? I would love to know. Maybe I'll make a discovery and start using it too. And I'd love to know if there's anything in this list that you also swear by, if there's something that you love as well as I do. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, would you consider sharing it with someone that you know has a baby? Maybe they're expecting or they have a baby already. I would love it if you would share this video with them if you found it interesting or informative. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll catch you later.